1,000 to 1 is an absolutely horrible ratio, right? It's a horrible ratio when trying to compete in a market, right? So according to Advertising Age and a few of the other marketing magazines out there, the Kin was the fastest launch to failure path ever taken by a major marketer, right? Major marketer, I mean, this is multi-billion-dollar Microsoft, right? They have nothing but money to throw at a product, to throw at advertising, hire the best marketers, best people to make a product succeed, and they completely failed. How is it possible that Microsoft could have failed this badly? I mean, what did these guys miss? I mean, that's a humiliating loss right there, right? Well, what they were missing was their marketing. Their marketing innovation was absent on every single front, okay? They actually had a better product. Microsoft had technical innovations in the Kin that the iPhone didn't have. They had a better product, more of what the people wanted, right? But the marketing message never told the customer why they should care about the technical superiority. And let me make two distinctions right here between a feature and a benefit, all right? All too often, us as business owners or salespeople or marketing people or whatever, we leave it up to the consumer to connect the dots between a feature and how it can benefit their lives. All right? It's very clear. The consumer does not make that connection. They need our marketing to tell them why. All right? They want to be told, hey, here's all the features, and here is how it will make your life better, faster, sexier, stronger, easier. Right? They have to be told this. They will not make that connection. So when you are now innovating your marketing for you, and you will be innovating your marketing for your client, it has to have these three parts. Again, very important, write this down, is that these three parts are essential in order to have a successful campaign, to create a successful campaign for your client, right? And the approach is this, is that what does the customer really want and need? Your customer is very easy. They want a successful campaign. They want more consumers. They want more sales out of it, but you have to make the distinction of what they want, right? You have to know their approach. And then, after that, you need to go a step further. You need to know what their client really wants, what their consumer really needs, right? And then you can pick a product, and you got to make sure that that product is ahead of the curve, not behind the times. Look at the stats. Facebook, YouTube, iPads, iPhones, Android, smartphones, all this stuff. There is so much technology out there. There's so many gadgets. People love stuff that are ahead of that innovation curve, right? The new next best thing, not behind the times. All right? And even if you have these two, all right, you get the approach, you get the product. Microsoft had those, right? They knew what their clients wanted. They knew they loved the iPhone. They knew how the mobility. They craved that kind of stuff. They knew that people wanted to have their lives mobile with this iPhone, so they invented a product, the Kin, that was better than the iPhone and all that. But if you miss this last part, the third part, your campaign will fail. Your client's campaign will fail, and that is the message. Remember how important it is to tell the customer why they should want this, not what it does. People don't care what it does. They want to know how it will make their lives faster, better, stronger, sexier, right? That's what they want. So that's how we're going to start to innovate our marketing. That brings us up to challenge 4, though, is that distribution's failure to differentiate with value, right? Like I said before, that clutter factor is getting harder and harder for you guys to say, hey, this is why I'm so valuable, right? And when that's lost and they can't distinguish one from another, they just go online, right? So what they've done here is this is how bad it could get, is that PPAI and a few other direct promotional product dealers found that manufacturers are selling directly to end users through e-portals or websites that bypass the distributor. All right, okay, that's no big shock there. We understand that's what's happening. But what they did find is that a huge step, like 80% of distributors' business could drop if companies continue to do this. And like I said, the value of you is there, and it's needed more than ever. However, the message is cluttered with a bunch of other stuff, and it's hard for them to get it. And when no value is added by the distributor, or at least no value is perceived by the client, access is what becomes paramount over quality. Price is what becomes paramount over quality, right? And it illustrates, again, that education and innovation in your marketing is what's going to set you apart. And if we as an industry don't start to do that, the client's left to their own devices, and I think we've pretty much seen which way they're going to go, right? We will watch another industry get swallowed up by the Internet. So we have to look at trends. We have to start to differentiate ourselves. And so for that, I also have a case study, and that is the white pages, right? For all intents and purposes, you could not think of a more out-of-date, unuseful product as a phone book, right? Unless you want to put it on a chair to prop your kid up so he can eat at the dinner table, right? Well, white pages recognize this too. For all intents and purposes, like I said, this white pages should be out of business. Nobody uses it. Nobody reads it. Well, they get it, right? And they saw their printed phone book usage plummeting because of easier online resources, right? They saw the trends, right? But these guys have two huge problems. One is nobody is reading this thing, right? Therefore, the revenue stream is down. The revenue stream is, no one's going to advertise in a book that nobody reads. Why? Because it doesn't bring them any money, right? That's problem one. Problem two is that they have huge costs. The cost to print these things, these gargantuan books, and bind them and distribute them to every business and house in the nation, right, is a very costly thing. So they have two problems. So they say, let's get rid of problem number two, right? So they differentiated themselves by announcing its opt-in program, which sent out printed books only on request. They said, hey, if you want one, we'll give one to you, but you got to let us know. Well, nobody really wants one of these things, so they end up not printing them. Huge cost savings, right? Well, what they did is that they actually ended up promoting this eco-conscious, this eco-friendly way of doing business now, right? So it appeals to the new eco-conscious generation. I've talked to you guys about innovating your marketing. What I will tell you now is that, and I'm going to show you how to do in just a little bit, how to innovate your marketing and take people green, right? This is huge. This eco-conscious generation out there is huge, and you can appeal, and you can help your clients appeal to so many more consumers out there. All right, but White Pages did it. They save 5 million trees every year. They cut down to print these books. Right? And it opens up a new market. People are saying, hey, these guys are trying to save the environment. So they start going to their whitepages.com website. That traffic's higher than ever. Their costs are down. Well, as traffic gets higher, they monetize the site, and now they're advertising on their site, and they have the revenue stream back, right? Here's a company that should be out of business, but they're able to see the trends, differentiate themselves, and kind of go more green, appeal to more people, and save a company, right? This is huge. This is huge, right? So challenge number 5, it brings us to, is ineffective marketing and sales. Now, I wanted to focus on this challenge to create marketing and sell new products and illustrate the hazards of just doing what you've always done. Our case study shows Kodak here, and they basically do the exact opposite of what the White Pages did, because these guys came up with the first digital camera. All right, their engineers invented the digital camera. However, the sales force's lack of innovative marketing and desire to see the trends let the whole opportunity slip away from them. Right? Instead, what they decided to do is said, hey, we'll stick with film cells. That's what's been proven to be successful for us in the past. We'll just do what we've always done, and the success will keep following us. Well, not so, right? It took them until 2006 to see, oh my gosh, we missed the bus. This digital camera thing is huge. Why? Because we live in a technology society. We live in a now society. Nobody wants to tote around a photo album anymore. What they want to do is they want to be able to snap a picture, see the picture, like the picture, delete the picture, upload the picture, email the picture, put it on Facebook, put it on YouTube, make a slideshow. That is our technology now. That is the way we share pictures now, by texting them here and there, putting them on our phone, that kind of stuff. You cannot do that with film cells, and Kodak completely missed the bus. They're trying to get back on it now, but they will always be playing catch-up. Their margins will never be the same again. And it kind of puts a tale of two cities, right? A picture of two cities, the White Pages and Kodak, right? And I wonder often, do distributors fall into the side of the White Pages, right, where they offer their clients products that are based on factual knowledge, trends, and statistics that will really make a campaign succeed? Or do they fall more into the Kodak boat where, they offer the products because that's what they're comfortable with, or that's what they've always done in the past, so that should work again, right? So in summary to the challenges that we face, listen, I know that it's a frustrated economy out there, and the distributors are looking for ways to not only increase revenue, but adapt to changing customers so those increases are lasting. Right? And though American businesses, yes, they do value quality, right? The problem is that the clutter factor, they can't see how valuable you are anymore. And with these new online global economy type things, it's created these fleeting loyalties. And without an innovative sales approach, margins are going to continue to slip. But we do have options to keep customers loyal and grow your business. Make sure they order from you 2, 3, 4 times. Why? Because it takes that much just to recoup your investment from the marketing, just to get them in the first place, right? We need them to order more and more so that you guys can grow your business. So, listen, here's the strategies. We're going to jump right into them right now. First strategy is adding value beyond order taking. This is huge, right? We're not just bringing a product anymore. We are becoming part of the campaign, right? We're going to shift our focus from how you can get business in your doors to how you can get business for your client. Right? Completely different perspective. So to do that, you're going to have to integrate yourself into the solution to be a permanent part of the equation. To do that, we're going to have to ask new questions, get answers from a different vantage point. Some of those things who is the primary audience? Not for you, for your client. Who is their consumer? What do they want? What do they need? What's a typical buying criteria? What are they already buying? What do they love? What is going to wow them, right? Another tactic to take maybe is what sets your client apart from their competition. Where are their strengths? Where are their weaknesses? Where's their competition's strengths and weaknesses? This plays a huge part in selling and in creating campaigns that will dominate their competition or make their weaknesses strong. It's huge. See, I bring these points up here because after you know what the typical buying criteria is, who they're trying to get, what they love, want, and need, what their competition is doing, then you can pick an item that will help that campaign succeed to know exactly what they want done. What is their goal that they're trying to achieve? Do they want more sales? Do they want more sales in a specific area? Everything has a different campaign to lock, that goes along with it. So knowing that information. I bring up a lot of it because we do a lot. We ask our distributors, as they call, and they say, hey, we want to buy some flash drives or whatever. We need 500 flash drives. We say, okay, great, no problem. What are you using them for? How can we create a great presentation for you to deliver to your client? What are they using them for? What's the campaign all about? I don't know. They just said to get them some flash drives. Well, see, that's just bringing a product. That's not being part of the campaign. And if we fail to get involved, you will lose your place as a trusted partner. You will become just another vendor. And for that reason, it's so much easier for them to just go online and cheaper for them to go online and find something. So on a side note, we have to be very educated about all products that you're going to offer. All right, be very educated about every product you bring to the table. Know statistics on those products. Know usage rates, life cycles, that kind of stuff. Have very clear-cut reasons why using this product, the one that you're bringing to the table, is what's going to make that campaign succeed, and why no other product will be able to accomplish the same goals that you can make it, that you can make happen. That is what starts to add value. What else starts to add value? Well, we've seen the trends, right? We've seen how America loves technology. So providing technology reaches more audiences and has a wider appeal. It reaches more audience and has a wider appeal than it has ever had before. Funny statistic is Facebook. Facebook's fastest growing demographic is 55 to 65-year-olds, right? That's an age demographic that most people would throw out, hey, this is the age demographic. It's not that into computers, technology, that kind of stuff, but completely the opposite. Fastest growing demographic they have, right? It's not age sensitive anymore. People want the new gadgets. Why? It makes their lives easier, faster, sexier, whatever, right? And the coolest part about technology is its ability to go eco-friendly, the ability to take the things that we used to do that harm the environment and eliminate that. Right? And that ability to appeal to the eco-conscious market is what's going to widen the net, your net of influence to your client's net of influence in today's green economy. Right? I told you I was going to show you how to go green. I'm going to show you right now just one avenue. There's many different ways that we can do this, but you take a look at one of the biggest things, catalogs, right? Distributing catalogs out so people know and updated about the products that you have or your client has, right? Well, let's take a look at distributing them via technology versus traditionally. Well, if you put it on a 4 GB flash drive, right? Well, we do flash drives here, so that's what I'm going to use as the, as the example. But there's a lot of technology products out there that can accomplish goals like this. But you take a look at a 4 gigabyte flash drive. What can it do?